George, great performance against a banging form side, made him look second best. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think the first thing is we showed them respect with our preparation. We knew it was going to be a difficult game, but we felt that if we performed to our maximum, that we were capable of winning the game, which we did.
They're on the back of a very good run, aren't they? Much the same as we are.
Yes, and that's why we showed them respect. Our preparation has been spot on. We knew that it was going to be a very difficult game for us. We knew what was at stake. We knew how important 3 points were to us. I think the lads have answered all the questions really today with their performance.
Did you feel the first half was pretty even?
Yes. We felt that we could probably have moved the ball quicker, better than we did, which I think we showed second half. But no, it's against teams in form like that. Like I said to them, it might take 89, 90 minutes, like the other evening, to win the game.
How did you see the movement for the first goal? Tom's pass, sublime, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think the good thing with us is we can score goals, different goals. We do well with our set pieces. And we're also capable now. We've got creative players that can create things in tight areas.
Did you feel that Joel's run for the second goal took 2 defenders, let Tom cut inside? Do you feel that's how it went for Tom?
Yeah, and that's what the team's about, isn't it? It's giving options. It's that run created the space for Tom then, but Tom still had to make that decision and still had to produce that quality finish.
You feel that when Jack got the ball for the third goal, he's still got work to do, hadn't he?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Back three, kept that the same. How do you feel they did again? Well,
I think it's so difficult now because we got such a good squad, and it's a squad game. We've said all along. The manager said all along that it's a squad. We're going to use all the squad for now to the remainder of the season. We got so many games coming up, and I think in management when you've got a team selection problem. When you've got a substitute who you do to put on the bench problem, I think it shows that you've got a quality squad.
We're into March, we're halfway through the season. Does that feel strange?
To be fair, we don't think about it. It's the old cliche, isn't it? We just take one game at a time. What this game's gone, and now the manager he'll be in his office probably preparing for the next game. This is finished, this job's done, let's prepare for the next one.
The squad you've got now, you and James, do you feel now it's a long slog to the end of the season? Is it big enough? Is it good enough to take us where we want to be?
Yes, I think it is. Yeah. Where it takes us, only time will tell. Yeah. But all we can do is keep winning games. The last 5-6 games we've played against teams in the playoff positions. We played teams in form. Eastleigh, this team's been in form. All we can do is our preparation, and all we can do is beat them. That's all we can do.
We've now got a week off. Is it well deserved, and has that come a right time just to rest from legs, or do you prefer the momentum to keep going?
For you, it won't be a week off for us.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I understand, but like I said, seriously, he will be in there now. This job's done, and he will be in there now preparing for our next game. That's how he is.
Put you on the spot. How far do you think this squad can get us?
If we carry on like we are, it can get us right up amongst it. Yeah. It's a test of time, isn't it? Only time will tell where we're going to finish. I think yourselves, the supporters, there's so much excitement around, there's so much positiveness but we've just got to keep our feet on the floor. All we do is prepare for our next game and hopefully win that next game. Where we end up, where it takes us, time will tell.
I said to James, it's a shame there's no fans here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'm not a social media man, but what the lads tell me and about the support, this is, well, as you know, I was a stake for a long time, but this is a special place. This is a special club with special people. No doubt about it.
I want to ask James at Shoe tonight, though. Good bit of business week. James extended contract, and Asante as well. Is that good business? It's got to be, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what the agreement was with the manager. If the agreement was that they would look after it a couple of months, what he's produced and what he's done here, well, you're going to offer him a new contract, aren't you?
You next.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm quite happy doing what I'm doing. You know, these lads, they deserve their success, and I'm happy to be part of that.
We can certainly hear you.
Yeah. Well, I think when you stop hearing me, I think that will be time for me then to get out of football, because then all my passion and everything's gone out the window.
Fans are back in, we can't hear you, which will be a nice thought.
No, well, we'll hear them then, won't we?
Yeah. George, what do you think the difference was in that second half?
I thought we moved the ball. I thought we moved the ball better. You know, we had our game plan, and there was just a couple of times in the first half that we thought you know, they could have done better with the game plan that we put in front of them, or the manager put in front of them. Finishing, isn't it? It's taking your chances. That's the difference.
It was a terrific performance in midweek against Eastleigh. Is this one better?
Well, I think, you know, two teams in form. You know, they came here, and I think they fancied their chances. And I think, listening to, you know, the Yeovil players and the Yeovil management, I think they fancied their chances coming here today. You know, and that's what, as I say, we showed them the respect that we felt they deserved. I'm not 100% sure they showed us the same respect.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think to come here and what was coming out in the press and what have you was that, you know, they really fancied their chances. You know, I don't know what preparation they did on us, but they certainly know now that we're a good side.
Just how good was Tom Whelan in that second half, and a goal and an assist?
He's just a bag of energy, isn't he? You know, sometimes with Tom, and probably he must be the only player in the country that you're actually sometimes saying to him, Tom, stand still sometimes. You know, he's like you wind him up and he just keeps going, doesn't he? Unbelievable. And he got his just rewards today with a goal. Superb finish.
And a fantastic way for Akwasi Asante to celebrate his new contract with another goal. That's his 10th goal now in 14 league games. He just keeps ticking along nicely, doesn't he?
Of course. Yeah, the boy's a quality player. There's no doubt about that. You give him the service, he scores all sorts of goals. He can score them off his own ability, and he can score with help from his teammates. He is a quality centre forward.
And as a former defender yourself, you must be delighted with another clean sheet. They just keep coming along week after week at the minute, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you look at Will and you look at Hayden Hollis, you know, they've been absolutely immense this season for us. These three now, they're in the team. They kept 2 clean sheets. All of a sudden, as a manager, it gives you a huge problem. But it's a problem that you want, because it's a problem then that team selection's a problem. Who to put on the bench is a problem. Tells you that you've got a quality squad.
And Gavin Gunnings stepped into centre-back the last 2 matches and has been outstanding, hasn't he?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely outstanding. But that's what we want, you know. But, you know, Hayden Hollis, he's been brilliant around the place. Will Evans, he's been a real captain, although he's not playing. Both of those have been, their performances have been tremendous. They have. But we're going to need this if we're going to arrive where we, all of us, the club ourselves, want to arrive at the end of the season. We're going to use the whole squad, and it is a quality squad.
You're up to 9th now and 2 points after playoffs with games in hand. You're only looking upwards, aren't you, at the minute?
I think we've only been looking upwards, with the greatest respect to where the club was. I think we've only been looking upwards since we arrived at the football club. There's no place for negative people. Not around here. It's being positive, confident, and I mean, you know, the players are showing, aren't they, in their performances, and the results are showing that there's something special going on at this place.
Jak McCourt went off, or hobbled off a little bit with a shoulder injury. Is he okay?
Yes, he's in the dressing room now. He said it's a problem that happens every now and again, but you know, again, he hasn't walked up the tunnel. He wants to be out there. He wants to finish the game off, and that's the attitude of all of them in there. Fantastic.
And just finally, what will this next week be about then? No midweek game, chance to perhaps rest a few legs, or will you be working and pushing them even further?
I don't know what the manager's plans are for this week, but you can depend that he will be pushing them. he pushes all of us. You know, there's no time for rest. There's no time to come off of things. You know, as I say, seriously, now he's preparing for the next game, and that's what he expects from his staff and from his players.